Hi YouTube, hi everyone. I sort of felt compelled to do another video after the last one. I got a lot of good comments overall, very good response. So I was surprised actually anyone really watched it. But you know, I thought I was going to clarify a couple of things that I didn't really get to talk about in too much detail in my last video. You know, they say there's an ancient Chinese proverb says, "May you live in interesting times." It's sort of like it's a bit like a curse. You know, it's not meant to be a good thing because you know, as you can see, we live in very interesting times and things are very unsettled. But you know, there's a couple of things I want to go over. So first of all, I would think that most of the voting public, most of the people in the world, live in that meaty part of the curve. You know, where most people centre right, centre left, overwhelming majority, don't really differ that much in politics. It comes down to semantics, really. Now, so what's happened in the world, I think, is that, you know, the left has dominated media, politics, and the movie industry for so long that they've moved the Overton window so far left that that's why everyone's a Nazi now. Because the politics of the left are now so far left that if you don't agree with them, and which most people don't, you know, you get called a Nazi. It's craziness. It's nutty stuff. Okay? And I think most people would agree that that's why with this walk away movement happened. That's why Donald Trump's in. Donald Trump's not, you know, he's not some person that just came out of the dark. You know, the conditions were ripe for someone like Donald Trump to come and step in because, you know, no, there was a political vacuum. Simple as that. That no one would pick it up. No, there was like it's like $1,000, you know, bill lying on the ground and no one would pick it up. Everyone was too scared to. He saw it. He picked it up, and good on him. You know, because he's completely redefined politics. I think for the rest of my life, anyway. The Republican Party of old is dead. Okay. That's why the Rhino Republicans also hate him. As soon as he got in, he had so much stick from his fellow Republicans because, of course, they saw the way he just came in, bullied them out, and he's completely redefined the party. Okay, it's not the party of the elitists, wealthy anymore. Now it's actually got a chance of being a party of the people. Okay, so that's very encouraging. You know, I think as people, as voting public, we finally have a voice. And I wish people on the left would see that. Stop hating the guy. Stop believing the rhetoric. Okay? Please, just take a breath, man. See the opportunity we have here. I thought we'd never get this opportunity. Really, I thought it would never happen in my entire life. Okay? Okay. Well, I support Trump. Because as soon as he threw his hat in the ring, I was for him. I didn't even like him. I didn't watch any of his shows. I thought they were like, you know, typical American bluster and pompous, and you know, I thought it was, you know, all that Apprentice show was quite rubbish. Actually, I think I watched one episode, but you know, I liked him. If I was an American, I would have voted for him because he's not a creature of the swamp. He hasn't spent his life as a career politician. He's not owned by anyone. Okay. Now, he may be looking after some of his own interests, but then which politician doesn't? But at the same time, he is looking after the interests of the people. Okay? You can see that. What he's trying to do is trying to put money in people's pockets, trying to help businesses grow so people have jobs and they have a future for their kids. Okay? This is important stuff. You know, people don't understand. You know, people on the left, they think government creates wealth. It doesn't. Step outside. Show me anything that government has created. You know? Not much. Okay? You can say the roads. Not really. You know, we still pay for them. You know, etc. All the utilities there. Yeah, we pay for them. Okay? And it's mainly done by private contractors because, you know, government can't do anything efficiently. If this shirt was made by the government, oh my God, it would probably cost $1,000 and last 3 days. Government doesn't create any wealth. Government is in the business of spending money. It's not in the business of making money. Okay, government's business is taxation, theft through taxation, I should call it, spending money and making war. Okay, that's what they do. Okay. Ignore the media. That includes the right-wing media. I mean, Hannity, you know, he was all for the Iraq War. I mean, I remember in 9/11, he shouted down anyone that questioned the 9/11 narrative. I really disliked him for that. Now, just because he's on my side doesn't mean I trust him. Okay, I don't like any of the media. Okay, I love the alternate media. I love the people out there that are speaking the truth. The people on the ground that can get on YouTube and speak something, you know, and speak a bit of truth, not unfiltered, unfiltered truth. That's what I want to hear. You know, is at the end of the day, you can only make decisions based on the information you have. If you have faulty information, well, you know, you're not going to make good decisions. That's why in wartime, for instance, the generals, you know, they have their scouts out there, and they're always trying to collect information from the battlefield so they can understand what the situation is. Then they can try to make decisions based on that information. So information is important, and the media lie to us. They don't want us to know. That's why there's so many things. They have an agenda when things start going wrong, like, for instance, Islamic immigration into the West. It's not going well. Okay, Islamic values don't really blend well with Western values, and we've seen it. So what do? Block any stories about, you know, for instance, the rape and the grooming and all the crime that's going on in Europe, and you know, they just block that up because that goes against their narrative. Okay, and of course, politicians are worth a lot of money. You know, let's not forget that. Their job is politics, and out of that, and out of the influence they get, and the bribes and the kickbacks and the insider trading, they get fabulously wealthy. So they want to stay there for as long as they can, and their game is to tell you whatever you want to hear, so you'll vote for them. So look, they're scumbags. Okay, they really are. They are scumbags. For instance, Nancy Pelosi is worth $140 million estimated. Now, how the hell did that woman make $140 million? What has she ever done? Has she ever owned a business, a company? Has she even grown a tomato? I probably doubt it. But, you know, it just shows you the amount of obscene wealth these people have. And then they go and lecture everyone. They lecture you. You know, these people have no moral standing. They have no moral position to lecture anyone from. Okay? They are scum. Yeah, of course, Maxine Waters, you know, she lives in a beautiful mansion there in California. It's not even in the district she represents. There's another one, Congress, you know, is pretty much exempt from insider trading laws, so they can get... you know, inside tips. They can sit on boards of companies and, you know, all sorts of things. It's just disgusting. Okay. And let's talk about Obama. Okay. I mean, Obama is the god of the left. Okay. And I hope some of you people on the left actually watch me, you know, watch my little talk here. Obama was not a nice person. Okay. He talked the talk, but he didn't walk the walk. You know, like the Bible says, and I'm not really a Christian or anything, but the Bible makes a lot of sense about some things. It says, judge them by their deeds, okay? Not what they say, okay? And here's a couple of little beauties that Obama got up to while he was in office. Of course, he used the IRS to target conservative groups. I mean, wow, if Trump did that to target anyone, you'd never hear the end of it, okay? Fast and Furious, him and Eric Holder running guns to the Mexican drug cartel so they could be used in crimes and try to push forward the anti-gun agenda, okay? And it looks like some of those guns ended up in Libya as well. Okay, banker bailouts. Okay, no problem bailing out his banker buddies, okay? Not one of them went to jail. And all the illegal shit they were doing, the liars, loans, you know, the robo-signing, they were out of control, illegal. They were doing all sorts of illegal stuff, and And nothing ever came of it. There was some fines, a few slap on the wrists, and by the way, here's 800 billion for you, so we can bail you out. In truth, it's actually a lot more. It's probably trillions, but the Federal Reserve will never release that information. So, and by the way, you know, that's a crime in itself, you know, because you think about it. When we bail out the banks, what they're doing is socializing the risk. But when they make money, well, that's in their pocket. So it's privatizing the rewards, socializing the risk. Okay? Yeah, there's socialism for you. Let's socialize the risk of the banks. Okay? Make everyone poor. Thank you very much. Let's not forget that Obama dropped more bombs than anyone before him. Okay? He was the war president. Started war in 2 more countries under his rule. Okay? So we had Syria and Libya get pulverized under Obama, okay? And I think as time goes on, we'll see more and more that he was involved in a lot of other things, okay? It looks like he was involved in arming the Islamists, ISIS. There's a lot of American equipment there. So, look, the guy is no saint, okay? If Trump did any of that, I would want his head, okay? That's the thing. I will not give Trump a free pass. Okay, I expect him to be a man of the people. Okay, I'm not a blind Trump supporter. When he bombed Syria after that fake gas attack, I was furious. Okay, because I could see that he'd just been played, and he fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Or maybe he was just, I don't know. But anyway, I hope he doesn't do it again. Assad might be a monster, but you take down that monster, you're going to end up with a lot worse monster. We've seen it in Iraq, okay? Young people, learn some history. Read. Don't believe what you're being told. These people, these politicians and groups, they take advantage of your ignorance. They know you don't know enough. They stir you up emotionally, try to get you to do things that you would not ordinarily do. Look at you know, all you young people in Antifa, you're being used. You're being used. Okay, you'll realize it one day. One day you'll realize it. You know, Stalin called the people that did exactly what you're doing for him useful idiots, and that's what you are. You're a bunch of useful idiots. Stop it. Okay, if you manage to have your communist revolution, let me tell you what happens in communist revolutions. The first people that get killed when the revolution is successful are the activists that helped them come into power, because you are now a threat if you change sides. Anyway, there's my thoughts for the day. I'm not sure if I'm going to become a regular YouTuber or not, but we'll see. Anyway, everyone have a great day, and peace.